This is the only video that you need to change your lifestyle, to change your habits in the next couple of months. We finally hit Q2, and that means that we get the opportunity to reinvent ourselves, to change some of the things to make us improve and get better and level up, which is super crucial to building any brand, any business, or just changing who you are in general to grow and become a better person. So stay tuned. We're going to focus in. We're going to dial in on the things and steps you can take to actually change this next few months to actually grow and be better. As always, it's Landon McCoy, your friend, your coach, and your business partner. Let's get started.
Alright. Jeez.
Now look, do not be hard on yourself for if you didn't accomplish everything you wanted at the beginning of the year or in the last couple of months. Because I do that, and it is a waste of time and energy, and reality, it's not helping you grow or get to where you want to be. So let go of those last couple of months, let go of yesterday, let go of the last few hours, and actually focusing on what it is you want to do and where you want to go. Now, with that being said, we still have to pull some things away from what we didn't accomplish or what we didn't do, so that we're actually examining it and we're letting ourselves grow, and we're using that as motivation to build ourselves up. But do not stress about it. Do not harp over it. Continue to let that go, examine what you didn't do, and take it forward so that way we can begin to move in those next steps. Our key focus here is making sure that we're learning and that we're improving daily, yearly, monthly, whatever it is, making sure that we're making small improvements so that we continue to grow and to be better. That is the key concept here. Now, what I want you to do is actually grab a pen, grab your phone, or grab a laptop so that way we can actually write down just 3 things that we feel like we wanted to make better improvements on from the last couple of months or at the beginning of the year, and write those down. And I'm going to give you an example of mine. Now, my 3 are, I feel as if I didn't make enough cold calls. That means like reaching out to either potential investors, property owners, property managers. I'm not just picking up the phone and actually calling them. So that's one of the areas that I want to improve on. The second one is I want to improve on actually sending out offers. I did send out quite a few offers, but I want to maximize that in the next couple of months here to make sure that I'm growing and actually pushing myself to make more of those offers. And the third one is overextending my budget. There is a couple of times where I push my budget a little past what I'm supposed to be saying in. So those are the 3 things that I feel like I need to make a better improvement on for the next couple months. So you sit down really quick, pause this video if you have to, and just list only 3 things that you feel like you need to make improvement from the last couple of weeks or the last couple of months. So go ahead and do that. Then after you finish that, we're going to flip the script and we're going to talk about 5 things that we did well. We want to increase this number because we want to focus on the things that we're doing well so that we can continue to grow. That doesn't mean that we're ignoring the stuff that we did bad, but we want to focus on the stuff that we did good so we can continue that into the next following months. So sit down right now and write down 5 things that you feel like you did really, really well, and we're going to carry that on. And I'll give you a list of my 5. Number 1 is I feel like I did a great job of meeting with investors and meeting with people in the area that are in real estate or specifically business adjacent to real estate. I met with a whole bunch of people and I posted some of those on here for you guys to see, but I really built connections and really networked very well these last couple of months. So I want to carry that in over to the next few months and potentially this whole year. Number 2 is I found a mentor. I found someone that's going to push me and that's going to help me elevate. I'm going to make a full video on that and kind of just break down how I did that and what are the things that I look for in a mentor. But again, that's one of the things that I did well. Number 3 is posting more content. I've been really having a good time and really been dedicated to posting more content. One, for you to continue to grow and watch this video and be inspired by the things I'm doing, but also 2, for myself. So that way I'm putting out information and challenging myself and putting bookmarks of where I was and what I've done so that way I can continue to film and journal all of the stuff that I'm doing via YouTube and via my other Instagrams and content that I'm posting. So I feel like I did a good job of doing that. Number 4 was reading more real estate books. I really dived into getting more knowledge from books and understanding things from podcasts and really just diving into more real estate activated stuff and more entrepreneur business related stuff that I can really focus in and use to share with you guys, but then also use to grow my actual brand and my business as a whole. So that way I'm making the smartest decisions that I need to grow as fast as possible and to grow in the best way possible. And then the last one is that I had the ability to actually start introducing myself as a content creator, as a real estate developer, and someone who's actually building a real estate brand instead of my 9-to-5. I know a lot of times we get hooked in whatever job we're doing as that being our identity, but you're so much more than just the job you're working. So making sure that I'm pushing my mental state and pushing my ability to be able to communicate, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is the path that I'm taking instead of my 9-to-5. Now, you have to sit down and actually go through the 5 things that you want to do. And again, you can pause this video to actually sit down and say, hey, what are the 5 things that I did very well that I want to carry on to the next couple of months? Be gracious with yourself, give yourself some grace, and really look at the stuff that you feel like you did well. Also, don't lie to yourself. If you didn't do it and it wasn't something that you achieved, don't add it to the list, because then that's something that you might be able to improve on for next month or next week or whatever time frame that you set for yourself. But be honest, look at the things that you did well. And if you don't know what those are, ask a business partner or ask someone that you're close with who's seen you do this stuff, and they can gauge or give you an idea of what you've done well so that way you can add it to your list. Now that you have your 3 things that you want to work on and that you want to carry to the next month, and you have your list of 5 things that you did well the last couple of months, now we have to sit down and figure out what it is we want to accomplish in this second quarter, the next 3 months. This is super important because this is the time where you actually look at, hey, what is it I want to do? What am I trying to accomplish? And where am I going? Again, this is a little different from what you did if you made a business plan or you made goals for the new year, but this is actual practical steps that you're going to focus in for the next 3 months to give yourself a running start and where you want to go. Now, again, I'll give you an example of mine and what I'm trying to focus on. Again, keep this list very short, 3, maybe 4 things max, because we really want to make sure we're focusing on this. If we have a list of 10 or 20 things, we're not going to be able to accomplish that in this short time. But really give yourself 3, preferably maybe 4, that's going to actually coincide with you actually making plans and actual steps to get there. Again, we are making small increment steps to grow bigger. As you build out your brand, as you build out your business, as you get more people to work with you, then you can start setting higher goals in a short time frame. But right now, just as a beginning and starting, we want to make sure that we're focusing on 3, maybe 4 things to really focus on and put it in an area that we're constantly seeing and we're constantly looking at so we can be remembered of what to do. And here are a few of mine. Number 1 is study the area. The areas that I'm investing in are kind of really like nuanced, and there's little small things that have to be changed or adjusted. And I really need to make sure that I'm studying my market so that way I can reap the most and the highest potential yield on my ROI, which is internal investment. And just little small zoning things and little small things that I need to really focus in on and make sure that I'm studying my market so that way I can make that cash flow as high as possible. So that's one of the things that I'm working on. Number 2 is contact more owners. I want to make a contact list and get a bigger contact list of people that I'm actually reaching out to on a regular basis and owners that I'm learning from and connecting with. Just because sometimes when you're dealing with some owners, it can take a lot longer for them to come to a conclusion of a deal. So the bigger my list is, the more people I have to contact, the quicker I can potentially get a deal done. And number 3 is doubling down on content. Like I said before, I love content. It's something that I'm really shooting and I'm making a real life movie with. And I want to make sure that I'm doubling down so I can give you guys more practical tips on a daily basis and actually helping you guys and inspiring you guys more often, but then also just filming and chronologizing my actual journey so that way I have something to look back on and something to reflect on when I actually get to either tough spots or a rock in a hard place. Is I want to make sure I'm doubling down on content and producing myself and getting my name out there more and more for you guys. And the last one is, number 4 is make more offers. I want to make sure that I'm presenting and putting together more portfolio offers, more offers on the different things, so that way I'm getting consistent with it, and then I'm also getting the opportunity to close more deals. So that are my 4 things that I'm focusing on, and some of those kind of coincide, because if I'm contacting more owners, it's going to give me a bigger list. So it's really 3 things, but take the time to sit down, again, grab whatever you got to grab, and really write down these 4 things. Again, if you're struggling with what the 4 things are, you can make a bigger list and then just cut some of the stuff off until you get down to 4, or you can ask a business partner or somebody else to help sit down with you and make a list, so that way you have those things that you want to focus on for the next few months. And again, I'm going to say this again and again. Please do not make this list big. These are things that you're going to actually have to focus in on and actually use a lot of brain power on. And if you're working a regular job or you have different responsibilities, maybe family, maybe kids, maybe grandparents that you're taking care of, you're not going to have time to do all of that and crush this list. If you want to crush it, you have to keep it small. Because most people are going to not listen to this, and they're going to make a huge list, and then they're going to be mad when it doesn't get done in the next couple months. Make this list small and really focus in on it. Now, all of that we said, you have your list of things that you want to do. Now, here is the key. I want to give you guys the steps, just 3 things that you actually going to need to make all of this happen. Because you can sit down and write lists all day, you can watch these videos all day, but if you don't have the actual steps that you need to make it happen, then all of this is pointless. And at the end of the day, you're just watching a video and making a list. But what are the key things that you need to actually alter your life and change things in the next couple of months? Well, I've actually given you guys a list of stuff that we're going to do right now that's going to change it. And you have to focus on this to a T and actually do these things. Because otherwise, you're just watching a video. And I believe because you chose this video to watch, that you're someone that actually wants to make this happen and actually produce results instead of just making lists. So here are the things that you need to focus on. Now, just as a small recap, you're going to have your 3 things that you want to work on. You're going to have your 5 things that you did well the last couple of months. And then you're going to have your 3 things that you are focusing on for these next couple of months that you're going to actually do. This is the plan to get there. Number 1 is choose and plan. You already have your list, so that means you made the choice. Now you have to actively plan and set out a roadmap to how you're going to actually get there. Again, what are your goals? Is your goal to make more money? Is your goals to build a business? Is your goal to find a side hustle? You have that plan, laid it out, and now this is the actual steps where you're going to take to actually get there. Now write out the plans that it's going to take you. Do you need to work more hours? Do you need to invest time in a course, or do you need to actually pick up that camera that you have to actually start that photography business? Find out what that plan is, roadmap it, get it down on a piece of paper and say, hey, this is what I'm going to do to actually get there. Then number 2 is actually setting aside time to do this. Again, this sounds super silly and it sounds like, oh, we should already know that, but most people don't do this. When I'm actually filming content, when I'm actually making offers, I have to set it aside time to actually make it happen, or else it doesn't get done. I work a regular job as well, and I also do my business. If you watching this video do not set aside time for you to actually build the things that you're trying to get done, it's not going to happen. So actually go in your calendar, get some sticky notes out and put them in places where you can see them. Put the alerts on your calendar so that way you know, okay, put the phone down, put IG down, put Twitter down, so that way I can focus on what it is I have to do. This is crucial. This is super, super crucial to you actually getting to that next level. Set time aside, stay away from your friends, stay away from family, and actually get things you need to do done. And number 3 is do it. Look, you have to actually put down all the stuff, put down the videos, and actually go out there and make it happen. If you don't, this is a waste of time. Anything that you want to do in your life, build better relationships, build businesses, change your community, provide for your family, there's going to be things that you have to give up and sacrifices that you're going to have to make to get those things done. It's the same in business. It's the same in real estate. If you want to actually make these things happen, you have to go and do that. Does that mean that sometimes you're going to get less sleep? Does that mean sometimes you're not going to be able to hang out with friends? Yes, it means all of that and more. If you're serious, which you definitely are serious because you finished this video, you're down to this video right now, you're watching the entire thing, so I know you're serious. If you're serious about making those changes in the next 3 months, you have to do the necessary steps. You have to do the actions. You've already written down everything you need to do. You planned it out. You set time aside. Now you have to go do it. You have to make it happen. You have to actually lace up your boots and actually get it done. Again, all the list is great. Setting time in the calendar is great. But if you're not waking up and getting the stuff done, then all of this is pointless. And again, this is only for the next couple of months. So really push yourself in the next couple of months and see everything you get done. And listen, you're going to thank me later. You're going to come back to this video maybe in a couple of months, and I want you to comment all the stuff that you got done from when this video was posted until whenever you're watching it or whenever you come back, because it's going to be awesome. You're going to make those changes and you're going to improve on yourself, and you're going to be super excited, and it's going to actually push you to get to that next level and the next level. And you're slowly making upgrades. Again, you pushing yourself and you doing this is only temporary until you build the system where you can take more trips, you can take more vacations, you can be more relaxed, but you got to build the infrastructure and you got to build the business and the brand now so that's something you can do. Listen, guys, thanks for watching this video, okay? This is all the stuff that you need to change your life in the next 3 months or the next couple of months. And I believe that you can do it, and I know you can, but you have to, again, put in the work to actually get it done. So go ahead and comment if there's anything that I left out, and then check out some of the other videos that I have posted that's going to also help you in your journey to building business. And as always, let's get to work.